Have you ever wondered if a simple old nickel lying unnoticed, in your drawer or mixed in pocket change, could secretly be worth more than entire coin collections? Imagine a coin most people ignore, a coin millions saw as ordinary, suddenly revealing itself as a rare treasure that could change your financial luck. That is exactly the kind of mystery the 1965 Jefferson nickel carries. If you have this coin, it might turn the tables for you. So stay till the very end, because a lot of people think they know the value. But only those who learn to identify special markers, conditions, and selling strategies actually make real money from it. And remember, at the end, simply comment your coin details and I will personally tell you its price and how to sell it the right way. The year 1965 was a turning point in American coinage history. The United States Mint was under pressure due to a nationwide coin shortage. Silver prices were rising fast, and the government decided to remove silver from circulating coins. That is why 1965 coins are a big deal for collectors. While nickels did not contain silver, they were part of a dramatic transition era in U.S. coin production. This nickel features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, facing left, with the word liberty and the national motto "In God We Trust," while the reverse depicts Jefferson's home, Monticello, with the words "E pluribus unum" and 5 cents United States of America. Even though it was a high mintage year, rare gems always hide in plain sight, and certain 1965 nickels have shocked collectors and auction markets. People often underestimate this coin because millions were made, but minting numbers do not tell the full story. What truly increases the value is condition and error varieties. The moment you see a crisp strike with clean steps on Monticello, especially full steps, you could be holding a coin worth far more than face value. Collectors go crazy for full-step 1965 nickels because they are incredibly difficult to find from that year. Weak strikes were common, which makes sharp details extremely valuable. Then you also have error types like double dies, off-center strikes, improperly annealed planchets that create rainbow tones, clipped planchets, and die breaks. Any of these errors combined with high-grade surfaces can push the value much higher than expected. When you look at a 1965 nickel, focus on key details: the clarity of Jefferson's hair, the sharpness of the lettering, the strength of Monticello lines, and especially those steps. If the steps are complete without breaks, that is where serious collectors pay attention. Clean surfaces, original mint luster, and no cleaning marks are essential. A naturally toned nickel can command serious respect in the collector market. Never polish or try to wash the coin, because that ruins the original surface and kills its value instantly. Collectors prefer originality and natural aging, and the tiniest scratch can drop.
Have you ever held a simple 1971 Jefferson nickel and thought it was just another old coin with almost no value? What if I told you that this ordinary-looking 5-cent coin has shocked collectors on eBay and other auction platforms with unbelievable prices, especially when rare varieties and high grades come into play? If you have this coin sitting in your drawer or coin jar, this video might turn the tables for you. Stay with me till the end because I will reveal exactly what makes the 1971 Jefferson nickel valuable and how you can sell it. And in the end, just like always, you will comment the price of your coin, and I will personally tell you its worth and the selling process. The 1971 Jefferson nickel belongs to the classic era of the Felix Schlag design. For decades, the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello on the reverse symbolized stability in American coinage. Yet, in 1971, the U.S. Mint produced millions of nickels with the sole intention of everyday use, never imagining that collectors decades later would hunt them for perfection, rarity, and striking errors. Most circulated heavily and very few survived in top condition, making pristine examples rare today. When we talk about value, condition is the king. Coins from 1971 that remain in brilliant, uncirculated condition are already hard to find. But the real jackpot lies in coins with strong strike details, especially those full steps on Monticello. Full-step nickels are rare because even slight wear or weak mint pressure affects those lines. If your 1971 nickel shows clear full steps, collectors might pay impressive amounts. On auction sites such as eBay and Heritage, high-grade certified examples with full steps have fetched surprising premiums. But condition isn't the only factor that makes this coin exciting. Errors from the 1971 series have caught collectors' attention. Off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled dies, planchet flaws, and coins struck through. Foreign materials are recorded and traded actively. Some dramatic examples have sold for much more than anyone would expect from a coin worth only 5 cents on paper. Error collectors pay strong prices for unusual well-preserved specimens. And the 1971 nickel is no exception, even. Circulation finds can have value. Sharp details, strong luster, and minimal marks increase desirability. So before you dismiss your nickel as ordinary, take a close look. Check the surface, the lettering, the Monticello steps, and any unusual striking pattern. You might be holding unrecognized value in your hand. Now it's your turn. Comment below what price you think your 1971 Liberty Jefferson nickel is worth. I will reply with its real market value based on actual eBay and auction results, and guide you step by step on how to sell it for the highest return. Drop your guess in the comments and let's find out if the coin you thought was ordinary might actually be something special. If you have a 1988 Liberty Jefferson nickel lying around, this video might just turn the tables for you. What looks like an ordinary 5-cent coin sitting in your drawer could actually be worth far more than you imagine. Collectors on eBay and major coin auction platforms are paying surprising amounts for certain 1988 Jefferson nickels, especially those with rare minting errors or in pristine condition. Stick around till the end of this video because I'll reveal what these coins are selling for right now, how you can identify the valuable ones, and how you can sell them for top dollar. The 1988 Jefferson nickel carries more history than most people realize. It represents one of the last phases of classic nickel minting before the 1990s, a period when U.S. coinage technology was evolving rapidly. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel. Schlag's design features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse. The reverse showcases his Virginia home, Monticello, a symbol of architecture and intellect that defined Jefferson's legacy. By 1988, this design had already been in use for half a century. Yet it remained one of the most circulated and recognizable coins in American currency. What makes the 1988 edition fascinating is that it sits right before several major design modifications and die changes that occurred in the early 1990s. That means certain varieties from 1988, especially those struck with worn dies or transitional errors, are now considered rare collectibles. The 1988 Jefferson nickel was struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. The Philadelphia and Denver coins were circulation strikes, while the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins specifically for collectors. The majority were made of the standard copper-nickel composition, containing 75% copper and 25% nickel. However, it's not the metal value that makes them special, it's the details, errors, and condition. Many collectors search for 1988 Jefferson nickels with full steps on Monticello. Full steps refers to the sharp lines visible on the steps of the building on the reverse side. A coin with clear full steps means it was struck with fresh dies and minimal wear, which greatly increases its value on eBay and auction houses. 1988 Jefferson nickels with full steps have sold for hundreds of dollars, with some reaching over $1,000 depending on grade and mint mark. But that's not all. Error coins from this year are particularly valuable. Double die obverse coins, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets are among the most sought after. In some cases, a 1988 Jefferson nickel with a strong double die on the word Liberty or the year itself has been listed for thousands online. Collectors are always hunting for unique errors that tell a story of the minting process. And 1988 provided a few remarkable examples.
1991 Jefferson nickel lying in your pocket change or hidden inside an old drawer. Don't spend it just yet. This ordinary looking 5-cent coin could actually turn the tables for you in a way you never imagined. Some collectors on eBay and major auction platforms have been paying surprising amounts for rare 1991 nickels, especially those with specific minting errors or pristine conditions. So stick around till the end of this video, because I'll reveal exactly how much these coins are worth and how you can sell them for the best price possible. The 1991 Jefferson nickel is part of a long-standing American coin series that started in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. It features the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and his famous Monticello home on the back. Even though by 1991, the nickel's design had been in use for over 5 decades, it still remained a cornerstone of American pocket change and a favorite among collectors. The coin was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, marked by no mint mark for Philadelphia and a D mint mark for Denver. Combined, both mints produced hundreds of millions of nickels that year, meaning that while many are common, certain variations and high-quality strikes are where real value begins to show. According to current data from eBay and other online platforms, most circulated 1991 Jefferson nickels are worth between 10 and 25 cents, depending on condition. However, when these coins appear in high-grade uncirculated condition, especially those certified by NGC or PCGS, prices rise significantly. A 1991 D Jefferson nickel graded MS65 can easily sell for $20 to $40, while MS66 examples sometimes reach $75 or more. The real excitement, however, lies in the full steps category. A 1991 nickel with sharply defined full steps on the Monticello building, meaning the steps are fully visible and unbroken, is an absolute gem. Collectors pay high premiums for these, and examples graded MS67 full steps have sold for over $400 in recent auctions. Heritage auctions and great collections have recorded sales in the range of $250 to $500 for top-tier full steps nickels, proving how quality and detail can completely change a coin's market value. Error coins from 1991 are another reason this nickel has gained attention among collectors. Some have been discovered with off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, or broad strikes, and these can bring impressive amounts online. eBay sellers have listed such error coins for $100 to $300, and authenticated examples have reached up to $500 depending on rarity and eye appeal. Even minor die rotations or clipped blankets from this year can make an otherwise ordinary coin worth real money. Proof coins from 1991 struck at the San Francisco Mint and bearing the S mark are another category to watch. These were specially made for collectors featuring. If you've ever come across a 1978 Jefferson nickel in your pocket change, you might want to look at it twice. Because believe it or not, this simple 5-cent coin could be worth far more than you imagine. There's a chance that this small piece of metal could turn the tables for you financially, especially if it has certain rare features collectors are hunting for right now. So stick around till the end of this video, because I'll tell you what makes the 1978 Jefferson nickel valuable according to eBay, auction houses, and other coin-selling platforms, and how you can determine if your coin could be the next big find. The 1978 Jefferson nickel was struck during a time when the U.S. Mint was focusing on improving die quality and production consistency. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin continued to bear the image of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with his famous Monticello home on the reverse. Although billions of these nickels were minted across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, not all were created equal. Some have unique minting errors, high grades, or proof conditions that make them incredibly valuable to collectors today. According to listings on eBay and other online coin marketplaces, standard circulated 1978 Jefferson nickels might fetch anywhere from a few cents to a couple of dollars, depending on their condition. But the real surprises are in the rare varieties and high-grade specimens. For example, nickels graded by PCGS or NGC with a perfect strike and mirror-like surfaces have been sold for hundreds of dollars. And when you step into the world of mint errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped blankets, the prices can soar dramatically. One example recently seen on eBay was a 1978 Jefferson nickel with a striking error that sold for nearly $250. Another coin, a proof example in near-perfect condition, reached bids close to $400 on online auctions. These coins might seem ordinary to the untrained eye, but for coin enthusiasts, their subtle differences are what make them treasures. Auctions on platforms like Heritage and Stacks Bowers have also reported impressive prices for top-grade 1978 nickels, coins graded MS67 or higher, particularly with full steps on Monticello, a rare feature that indicates a sharp, well-preserved strike, are highly sought after. Some of these have crossed the $500 mark in recent sales. That's right, a coin you might have in your drawer or piggy bank could be hiding this kind of potential. The secret to knowing whether your 1978 Jefferson nickel is valuable lies in its details. Check for mint marks: B for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco proofs. Look at the steps on Monticello, the overall sharpness, and any signs of minting anomalies. If you see any unusual features or the coin appears in near mint condition, you might just be holding something special.